I want to introduce you to Ikigai Springs, the first Challenge the Valley course that we've gotten in almost a year since Pioneer Bay. It's a beautiful course that has some elements that we haven't seen on any other Disc Golf Valley course. It's a lot of fun, but still challenging, and I want to show you this course and how I play it. So first, let's take a closer look. Ikigai Springs has 9 holes all on the same map, which I think is pretty cool. You can see all the other baskets from whatever hole you're playing on, and we'll get into that black ace opportunity a little bit later. Par 35 and a lot going on. So let's jump in. Hole 1 is a par 4 that if you really hit it just right with the perfect wind, you can get up for a close look for eagle. So I managed to get the good wind and throw my glide skip rive up there, and this is about best case scenario. Did not expect to get this close, but a great start for eagle, which is really what you need if you're going to shoot -12. Hole 2, I normally throw the sapphire on a forehand here. So if there's a huge headwind, then maybe I'll throw the wind roll rive. There's a friendly log right there on the right side. Most cases, the sapphire is going to get you enough on a forehand. Pretty simple, but not really an ace run on hole 2. Hole 3 is really tricky. It's a par 5, and you have 2 landing zone options. With this wind, you don't really want to end up right here, so I'm going to try to skip it off of this wall and land over here to the left. Most of the time I'm throwing the light glide rive, but here I did the wall skip. And then thought about the turn, but going to skip again, throw the flex backhand, and get up close to the pin. This is probably the most manageable eagle on the course. As you can see, pretty straightforward. Don't need to do anything too crazy. That tee shot is tricky, though, to get in place for the eagle look. Hole 4 is a simple Mando hole. That orange tree right there in the middle, you just have to throw to the right of it. I throw the roll musket. Anywhere up here is fine. Not too much risk on that shot. With this one, there is some danger of going off the cliff to the right. So my goal is to hit this rock. So I'm throwing the wind roll, just hit that rock. That's perfect position. You're not in any danger of going off the cliff. Even if you hit those guardian trees before you get to the pin, no big deal. And now we are in for birdie and -6 through 4. Hole 5 is really tricky. I throw the turn glide rive. It's a triple Mando through this gate. So you have to get up there just right, hit it. I mean, so many Challenge the Valley runs have gotten ruined by not making that triple Mando on 5. Hole 6, those look like they might be triple Mandos, but you can throw it however. I throw the trust out here to the right, full send, and you're going to get the distance most of the time. Not worried about going long. You could kick back off of that, but in most winds, that trust lands just fine, gets enough distance to set up for an easy putt. Hole 7 is really long. It's going to take 3 max power shots. So the first one, throw the forehand kind of at that green tree, and our goal is to get at or past this rock. Bit of a dead skip, so we didn't get that much distance past the rock, but that's fine. And then we're going to throw a backhand, same disc, right at another green tree. The hill slopes a little bit down from the ledge. You can see that, so it kind of can catch if you're getting close to the ledge. Now, even though we're 330 feet away, I'm throwing max power, max distance. So back to the skip rive to get up there close. There's so much elevation that you really want to get up there with max distance. So as you can see, barely got within putting range, even though we were just 330 feet away. Hole 8 is a very risky par 4 to run the eagle. I thought about throwing the sapphire. I normally do, but with this wind, I thought maybe I'll switch to the PD. This is the first time I've ever thrown PD on this hole. And looking to get the distance but not go too far. It's a pretty slick green down here, and just barely hold on. Luckily, stay dry, and set up what's not too bad of a throw in here. It's pretty frustrating to be perfect through 7 and then get here, but that's kind of what you have to do if you're going to finally get to the -12. Hole 9, just trying to stay dry over here to the left. You could even play shorter than this. The light glide rive is maybe too much disc for that. As you can see, I'm kind of pushing OB to the left because you could be 450 feet away for this approach and still be just fine. I'm going to finish it up with the accurate roll musket, stick the landing. You can see that the wall kind of gaps out there to make this a potentially risky throw in. But finish it up, hit the -12, and feeling great about that finish. So there it is, -12 on Ikigai Springs. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Ikigai Springs has the entire course on one map. So all of the baskets are out there no matter what hole you're playing. And a lot of holes don't have OB, so it also is kind of nice for exploring. But what this does is it presents a really cool opportunity that we haven't had before, which is the black ace. A black ace is when you are getting it into the wrong basket while you're playing a hole. So here are some black ace opportunities that I've identified out there on the course. I have 9 of them highlighted here. There may be more. But as you can see, there are a lot of tees that are close to other holes, pins. So you can look around while you're on a tee, see if there's another basket nearby, and give it a shot. I've hit a few of these that I want to show. First is throwing from hole 1's tee into hole 9's basket. If you just take the accurate glide musket, it works really well. For the distance, you turn to the right and let her fly. The next black ace that I got was throwing from hole 2's tee into hole 1's basket. So I take the turn, glide, rive, look over my left shoulder, and it's a blind shot, but after you give it a few tries, you'll get a feel for it, and pretty soon knock that one down too. The last one that I'll share is from hole 4 back to hole 3's basket. I took a razor claw and put it on a forehand and nailed it. Like I said, there are at least 6 others out there. Hopefully you can give those a shot. I'd love to see them on the Facebook page when you get them, and maybe some others that I missed that I'd like to see too. Alright, that's Ikigai Springs. Hopefully you have as much fun playing this course as I do, and I'll see you in the valley.